Okay, so for the shoulder bells, there's a inner and then there's the outer. Putting these together, that's going to give the illusion of this popping off more. 'Cause this is going to be resting, directly on your body here, and so you kind of end up with like that airspace in between. That makes this look like it's floating off your body more. So this section along here and here, this is what you want to sand, and along here, this edge. Sand that edge, and then inside here, because this is what's going to be gluing and sandwiching together, compressing together like that. I took the pencil to the outer portion so I can clearly see that line. It's just below the lip here, and so that's what's going to be the actual final shape. This one does have a little bit of a lip here, but it's not. You're not going to follow this one. It's the outer one that's most important. But let me grab the knife here. Okay, so to make it a little bit easier for the assembly, you probably want to go ahead and trim some of this extra material off. Okay, you don't have to trim all the way up to the line. This one just maybe a little bit more. So with this I got maybe just a little bit closer, but again, not directly on the line, because you're going to actually glue these together, and then you're going to sand this together at the same time so that you end up with a nice clean seam. So I would advise to put the glue on the inside here first. Make sure you've, like I said, sanded that in there so you know it's going to be adhering good. And make sure you got some clamps available. Just go around the outer seam here. Okay. And then you're going to compress that down this way first, and then that way. And then turn it over and you can compress down to make sure it's in there completely. And then you probably need to put some clamps on the sides right here, just to make sure it's holding together nice and snug. And then I'm pushing down, forcing this to come this way towards the back side. And I'll put another clamp on that, put a couple of them just to make sure that that portion is fitting snug together. Okay. You want to put a couple more on the sides. Now I'm not putting these directly on the part that's going to stay. I'm actually just clamping this end here, just because with the heat that could kick, actually I should put that back, with the heat that can kick from the glue, you don't want to leave little indentions from the clamps on there, so that's why I'm leaving a little bit of that material. On this here, it's pretty flat, so it shouldn't be too much exposed, but on this end here, that's why I'm leaving just a little bit of that material. The CA glue does get kind of warm, and when it does, then sometimes the clamps can leave little indentations and impressions in there. So now I'll go ahead and take the kicker and kind of spray into the grooves there, trying to get that to connect to the glue, and then I'll have to use the air hose to force it down in there. I'm letting gravity kind of move the CA glue back down to the ends. That's pretty much it. Just going to let that sit there a little bit and then unclamp it, and then I'm going to use a belt sander to clean up this edge here up to the pencil line, and then around the edges up to the pencil line, leaving a little bit of the curl. Here's a pencil. So that there's actually a little bit of a curl as it goes into where this pencil line is, into the valley here. So I want to leave that curl there a little bit with the belt sander, and then file, and then like a sand sponge to help clean it up. But that's basically how you put the outer portion of the shoulder bell together with the inner portion of the shoulder bell.